Assalamu alaikum. Today's our topic is partnership. A partnership is a form of business where two or more people share ownership as well as the responsibility for managing the company and the income or losses the business generates. In India, any contract of partnership is governed by the Indian Partnership Act 1932. As per Indian Partnership Act 1932, partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profit of the business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. Features. First one is formation. Partnership business comes into existence through a legal agreement, wherein the terms and conditions governing the relationship among the partners, sharing of profit and loss, and the manner of conducting the business are specified. It may be pointed out that the business must be lawful and run with the motive of profit. Thus, two people coming together for charitable purpose will not constitute a partnership. Second one is liability. The partners of a firm have unlimited liability. It means personal assets may be used for paying debts in case the business assets are insufficient. Further, the parties are jointly and individually liable for payment of debts. Third one is risk bearing. The partners bear the risks involved in running the business as a team. The reward comes in the form of profits which are shared by the partners in an agreed ratio. However, they also share loss in the same ratio in the event of the firm incurring losses. Fourth one is decision making and control. The partners share amongst themselves the responsibility of decision making and control of day to day activities. Decisions are generally taken with mutual consent. Thus, the activities of a partnership firm are managed through the joint efforts of all the partners. Fifth one is continuity. Partnership is characterized by lack of continuity of business, since the death, retirement, and insolvency of any partner can bring an end to the business. However, the remaining partners may, if they so desire, continue the business on the basis of a new agreement. Membership. The Partnership Act does not specify the maximum number of partners for partnership business. But as per Companies Act 2013, the maximum number of partners in partnership firm is 100 and the minimum should be at least 20. Merits. First one is ease of formation and closure. A partnership firm can be formed easily by putting an agreement between the prospective partners into place, whereby they agree to carry out the business of the firm and share risk. There is no compulsion with respect to registration of the firm. Closure of the firm too is an easy task. Second one is balanced decision making. The partners can oversee different functions according to their areas of expertise. Because an individual is not forced to handle different activities, this not only reduces the burden of work but also leads to fewer errors in judgments. As a consequence, decisions are likely to be more balanced. Third one is more funds. In a partnership, the capital is contributed by a number of partners. This makes it possible to raise large amount of funds as compared to a sole proprietor and undertake additional operations when needed. Sharing of risk. The risks involved in running the partnership firm are shared by all the partners. This reduces the anxiety, burden, and stress on individual partners. Secrecy. A partnership firm is not legally required to publish its accounts and submit its reports. Hence, it is able to maintain confidentiality of information relating to its operations. Limitations. First one is unlimited liability. Partners are liable to repay debts even from their personal resources in case the business assets are not sufficient to meet its debts. The liability of partners is both joint and several, which may prove to be a drawback for those partners who have greater personal wealth. They will have to repay the entire debt in case the other partners are unable to do so. Second one is limited resources. There is a restriction on the number of partners, and hence contribution in terms of capital investment is usually not sufficient to support large scale business operations. As a result, partnership firms face problems in expansion beyond a certain size. Possibility of conflicts. Partnership is run by a group of persons wherein decision making authority is shared. Difference in opinion on some issues may lead to dispute between partners. Further, decisions of one partner are binding on other partners. Thus, an unwise decision by some may result in financial ruin for all others. In case a partner desires to leave the firm, this can result in termination of partnership as there is a restriction on transfer of ownership. Lack of continuity. Partnership comes to an end with the death, retirement, insolvency of any partner. It may result in the lack of continuity. However, the remaining partners can enter into a fresh agreement and continue to run the business. Lack of public confidence. A partnership firm is not legally required to publish its financial reports or make other related information public. It is therefore difficult for any member of the public to ascertain the true financial status of a partnership firm. As a result, the confidence of the public in the partnership firm is generally low. Types of partners. First one is active partner. An active partner is one who contributes capital, participates in the management of the firm, shares its profits and losses, and is liable to an unlimited extent to the creditors of the firm. These partners take actual part in carrying out business of the firm on behalf of other partners. Second one is sleeping partner, also called dormant partner. Those partners who don't take part in the day-to-day activities of the business are called sleeping partners. A sleeping partner, however, contributes capital to the firm, shares its profits and losses, and has unlimited liability. Third one is secret partner. A secret partner is one whose association with the firm is unknown to the general public. Fourth one is nominal partner. A nominal partner is one who allows the use of his or her name by the firm but does not contribute to its capital. He or she does not take part in managing the firm, does not share its profits or losses, but is liable like other partners to the third parties for the repayments of the firm's debts. Fifth one is partner by estoppel. A person is considered a partner by estoppel if through his or her own initiative, conduct, or behavior he or she gives an impression to others that he or she is a partner of the firm. Such partners are held liable for the debts of the firm because in the eyes of the third party they are considered partners even though they don't contribute capital or take part in its management. Last one is partner by holding out. A partner by holding out is a person who is not a partner in a firm but knowingly allows himself or herself to be represented as a partner in a firm. Such a person becomes liable to outsiders for repayment of any debts. which have been extended to the firm on the basis of such representation. In case he is not really a partner and wants to save himself from such a liability, he should immediately issue a denial clarification that I am not a partner in this firm. If he does not do so, he will be responsible to the third party for any such debts. Thank you very much.